Hi, welcome to the Reclamation Project Podcast. This is our first podcast, and we're just very excited to figure all this out and to share with you guys what has been on our hearts for a while. This first podcast is just going to be basically an intro to tell you guys what we've kind of been discussing, where we're at, and what this podcast is really going to be about. A couple months ago, Gary and I sat down and started talking about just passion and purpose and something that had really been going through my mind and my heart about just wanting to do something that I just had a absolute passion about, and that was just helping people and sharing with people things that I was going through and things that were happening. For years, we have been talking about doing something either through radio or through some kind of ministry together, and it all kind of came together a couple months ago with this passion and purpose that I had been feeling. We got together, we talked, and we decided that this is kind of what we wanted to do. We wanted to share that through a podcast and just share what was going on in life and things that we had been through, and just help people out through that and hopefully give them insight into how to deal with similar things.
And, you know, Jeremy, as we would talk at lunch and we would bring up these things, I'd tell other people what we were talking about. And several people said, I wished I could have been part of that conversation. That's what made us lean towards podcasting. So why don't we explain the name first, a Reclamation Project? How did we come about that name?
Well, really, that thought was that there's so much junk in life. There's so much that we go through, and it taints the things in our life, those components in our life, to a negative connotation. And we feel that that's not the original intent. The original intent was for it to be a good thing, for it to be something that's beneficial. And so the thought of reclaiming and cleaning that part up and really dissecting and having a discussion on it would help us to make that a positive impact and a positive component of our lives instead of a negative one. And as we talk through those things, we can help people do that with those components in their own life.
And some of the things we'll be reclaiming are just definitions. Over time, definitions have a chance to morph. When you change a definition, you might change a meaning or a feeling. So we're going to try to reclaim some old definitions and whatever subject we're going to talk about. And actually, we talked about this morning just before we started record about, would this be about God and how life flows out of that, or would this be about life and how God is intertwined in that? And it might be a little of both.
It might be. We don't know where this is going to go. I mean, we just feel the burden and the desire to do it. We feel like it's being led, and we feel like it's something that is really the thing that we are supposed to be doing at this season, this moment in our lives. So that's what we're going to do and see where it goes. I mean, we're not perfect. We're going to say some things that are going to tick people off. We're going to say some things that are going to cause hopefully more discussion. We're going to just hopefully open the discussion, open a conversation that people can have, that we can have with you, that you can have with others, and hopefully we can see lives changed out of it.
And nowhere in this conversation that we'll be having are we trying to win you to our side, to try to debate or have you come to the same conclusion. This is simply letting you know our point of view. And this podcast will morph maybe just by your response. If there's something you'd like to add, if it's something you'd like us to talk about, this might take it in a different direction. But we are going to talk. My wife likes to say I can talk till I actually say something. So these podcasts will be full. But we're excited about the possibility. And the scary part is it's an adventure. We're getting ready to sail. We're not exactly sure of the destination. But I think we're excited about what this will and can be.
Yes, definitely. So join us weekly as we post these podcasts. We'd love for you guys to listen and give us feedback. A couple places you can give us feedback is our website, which is rppodcast.com. Also on Twitter at therppodcast.com, and then on Facebook at facebook.com/rppodcast. Until later, hope you guys enjoy, and
see you next week.
We'll see you.